get started. I'm going to record. Oops. Oh, okay. Share my screen. Okay. We will after, honey, okay? Okay, let me move. Sorry. Hang on one second. I need to move this. Sorry, guys. Okay. You're welcome, honey. If at any point the internet goes out, you know what? I'm going to go get my phone so someone just message me because this internet is wonky. Just give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So I wanted to talk about expanding our network. And like I was just saying, this is really important for newer coaches. But I threw in some good tidbits in tonight's call just for everyone to be aware of how it works and how this sort of web gets developed as you're building your business. Oh, no. So our current leaders as of this morning, I just wanted to give a shout out to Kate Blackmore, who is the reigning champ so far this month with Success Club 16. That's amazing. Jessica has personal volume of 360, so she's at the top for that. And you guys, we added 10 new coaches to the team this week, so that's incredible. And when I went to look up, because you can see who's been added in your organization, and that's how I've been looking. It was all us, so I was pretty psyched about that. You guys are doing awesome. You're kicking butt, so just keep it up. Okay. Can you just turn that down, honey? So expanding your network. As a new coach, like think of your network and think of your friends and who sees your stuff, similar to the web that's on the left. So you reach a few people, randomly do you get out and expand and hit the masses, but your stuff gets trickled in. I was just going through some of my old pictures tonight for a post, and I was looking at like the likes on some of my wedding pictures, and they were like 6 likes, 7 likes, maybe 20. And, you know, back then that was probably like almost 4 years ago. You know, I didn't care about likes and I wasn't a Beachbody coach. So what I've done through developing my network is expanded so much and interacted with so many people that I've reached the point of the web that's on the right. So my stuff gets seen in more news feeds. There's an algorithm that Facebook has that it's sort of like this big secret and it's constantly changing, people say. But I think the bottom line is the more people that you engage with on a daily basis, like those 3 friends a day, those 3, PMs a day, this is what your network is going to eventually look like on the right, versus you starting as a new coach and you post something and you wonder why you don't get a huge response because people aren't seeing it yet because you haven't been posting enough yet. So as you post more, that's why we say it's so important to be posting 3 to 5 times a day, because as you're doing that, and Kelly, you're really good at this, like you are getting that traction and you're getting that momentum in your news feed. So more people are going to start seeing what you're doing. So just think about this. You post something at 9 o'clock in the morning and you don't know who's on Facebook at that point in time. You could have 5 of your friends on Facebook at that point. Some might scroll by, some might stop and read, 2 might like it. But if you keep doing that, you're going to pop up in more feeds and you're going to get more exposure across the board and you're going to be building that network. If you guys would just mind, wouldn't mind just muting yourselves. I don't think I can. Just because I'm getting some feedback. So it's super important to be posting 3 to 5 times a day and make sure it's added value. So don't just post to post. You want to create enough value in what you're doing and enough depth and touch some people's hearts, I guess, so that you are attracting people like you. So as you move through your trainings and as you get acclimated with all of this, I've created the team training site and our standalone Facebook groups for you guys to go through, and you'll learn all this stuff. But it's very important to be posting 3 to 5 times a day. Typically for me, if I post first thing in the morning, like super early in the morning, I get a lot of traction. Around 11:30 I do, and then later on at night. So I'm sure the same could be true for you, or not, but it's a good idea to play around with times to see when people are on and when people are seeing things. And the more people that are commenting on your stuff or liking it or sharing it, the more you're going to be expanding that web and that network. So that's what you want. You want people to be seeing what you're doing, be inquisitive, have their interest piqued so that they follow you and they want to see what you're doing, because people will watch you. Okay, so developing that web. You need to be actively pursuing people to build relationships. So we are in the network marketing industry, and there's a lot of other businesses out there. There's, Plexus, there's Makeup, there's Jamberry, and all of those products are probably well and good. I don't know personally, but we're kind of categorized in under that same umbrella, if you will, just because of the nature of the beast of what we are. So it's our job to stand out. It's our job to be different. We don't just throw people in groups and make random posts in the group about, whatever product you're trying to sell. We need to be actively pursuing people to build relationships. 99% of the time when I first start talking to someone brand new or someone that I haven't talked to in a long time, it's never about Beachbody. It's about, how's your pregnancy going? I love your new haircut. Where'd you get that workout outfit? I've been looking for the pants like that. So it's never, hi, do you want to buy my challenge pack? Because people are going to run so far away, but it's building that relationship. I'm sure we've all gotten those messages. Like I've recently got a few from people. They're very nice, but they're just asking me to review their product to see if it would be something that I would be interested in. And well, sure, okay, I'll look at it. One was like a book thing for Gabby, but I had no time to do it and I forgot about it. And the woman was very nice, but had she asked me about me or started a conversation about Gabby or something she saw on my page, that would have actively engaged me in that conversation to chat it up with her and be like, wait, so what are these books? What is this about? Of course I want to have books for Gabby, blah, blah, blah. Just like people, of course, want to lose weight, want to feel better, want to have more energy. So you need to be actively pursuing people to build relationships. And you can find these people on Instagram. Like I found quite a few people on Instagram. I don't have the time yet carved out to go there and actively work Instagram. But I think Instagram's amazing in finding like your ideal customer or your ideal coach, because people are much more like free, I think, on Instagram, and you can really use hashtags to like zone in, vegan fitness, vegetarian fitness, dairy free, gluten free, MAC cosmetics. Like if you love MAC cosmetics, whatever things you like that are outside of Beachbody or that interest you, think of those things too. These are called your top 5. So as I mentioned, once you go through the team training site and the trainings, you'll learn that your top 5 is something that's completely not Beachbody, but it's you. It's you developing you as your brand so that you are attracting those people that are just like you. I just recently met this girl on social media, on Facebook, and we are like twins. I'm not kidding. We love everything pink, glittery. She's a teacher. And like, I looked at her Facebook page and I was like, oh my God, I love everything on this, and vice versa. So that's what you want. You want people who are just like you, and you will attract them if you share stuff that is your passion. So if you love hiking, if you love running, if you love baking, if you love cooking, but clean cooking and adding, lots of vegetables into your children's like brownie mix or something, share tips like that, because a lot of times we take advantage of stuff we know and we don't share that, like using applesauce instead of oil in your baking or something. People are dying for just anything to kickstart them or to get them started or get them, give them ideas on how to be healthier. And people will watch you if you are producing quality stuff. So if you've got pictures of yourself out there, that's amazing. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are like cringing in their seats thinking about putting up selfies, but selfies should be shared because you're all beautiful. You need to shine so that other people can feel the same way and allow their light to shine too. And that is what the goal of my entire team is just to be the light, to be out there so much that you're happy, you're positive, you're sharing your life in a positive way so that people are inspired and people can become happy just looking at what you're putting out there. So anyway, Instagram is amazing. YouTube is great to find people. Like I said, if you have a passion for knitting, say you love to knit, go on YouTube and find tutorials or people who've knitted certain things. If you love Nikes, like put Nike in YouTube and see what pops up. Facebook groups are great to expand your network. So actively engaging in Facebook groups, like any interest that you have. One is like, I joined one that was a favorite author of mine. I can't even think of the name of her now, but there's like authors have book or have groups. Anything you can think of, type in the search engine in Facebook and something will pop up for you to join, and just get in there and start building relationships and building friendships with people and take it from there. Because once you're doing that, guys, like your web is going to start to expand so much that you're going to have all these eyes on your stuff, and it's not going to be as hard as it is right now to start working and building your business. Trust me. Mom groups are great, even on Facebook or outside of Facebook. So if you get invited to anything like a mom's coffee group, a mom's stroller stride group, a baby shower, go, because I guarantee once you start friending those people, or if you already are friends with them and they are in this group, they're going to ask you. I'm not kidding. Every shower I go to, every wedding I go to, every like little get together I go to, like people are interested, want to know. I talk to them about it, and they're in my next challenge group. So definitely don't be shy with sharing all of this and start to expand. By expanding, it doesn't mean you have to like bombard people with like, buy my challenge pack. Like it just means build relationships and build friendships and act interested in people, because people aren't going to care what you know unless they know that you care about them. So take an active interest in them. Hobby interest groups, and like, if you share a commonality, like a common hairdresser, like go to your hairdresser's page, start friending those people and be like, oh my gosh, don't you love Gwen? She's awesome. My hair's never looked better, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, I noticed you have a daughter too. And if they don't respond, they don't respond. Who cares? 90% of the time, if you're positive and happy, they're going to respond, and you're going to start building that network. And that's what's going to build likes on your pictures. That's what's going to build eyes on your stuff and messages coming to you saying, what is this fitness thing? And it'll be less crucial, like less hard, I guess that's not even proper English, but than it is now to start getting that business rolling. Okay. Another thing too, if you go up into the search engine in Facebook and you just search women under 40 who love Lululemon, or women under 35 who love Nike, women should pop up, because that's like Lululemon and Nike is like an icon thing or a Facebook page they can like. So then you can start maybe following those people or adding them as a friend. Definitely add them if they're friends of your friends. So what I've done, and recently I've done this, I've gone to some friends' pages, gone through their friends list and friended them. And one girl is super into fitness. So I went to her page and looked at her friends, and I got tons of friends that way. And it also helps when we have like 20 mutual friends in common, because it's just like a no-brainer. People are like, oh yeah, okay, she looks normal and we have 25 friends in common. I must have met her somewhere. Don't be afraid to do that too. And then once they accept, I go to their page and like or comment on something, or I send them a private message just saying something like, thanks for accepting my friend request. You look so positive and happy. And I love having positive people in my newsfeed, or it's my goal to just have positive people in my newsfeed, no negativity, blah, blah, blah. That gets that web expanded. Go through, so see if there's friends in common. And then on Instagram, like search hashtags of things you love, like makeup, babies, mommy, things other than Beachbody, to start developing relationships with people there. Okay, so like I just mentioned, once someone accepts your friend request, send a nice little message. Stop, honey. So, and again, nothing related to Beachbody, but something that's not weird, but that's a comment, a compliment, and a question. So if you can use that formula, that almost just like gives you a framework to use so that you're not staring at the computer like, what do I write? Oh my God, she's going to think I'm so weird. So this is actually what I sent to this girl who loves everything pink. Hi, Erica. How are you? Thanks for accepting my friend request. I see that we both love pink. Haha. I came across your page and saw all of the pretty pink, gold, and glittery wedding pics. They're so pretty. Are you getting married? And that opened up our conversation. So we mentioned the 21-day fix. She talked about getting wedding arms and getting ready for her wedding. So I wrote that down, and that's someone I'm going to follow up with. I'll probably invite her to my next challenge group, and I will keep the relationship going. So comment, compliment, and question. Shh, okay, honey. Search Facebook. Oh, I already did this one. Sorry, guys. Okay. Developing your web. So definitely like, comment, and send private messages. If you're too scared right now to send like a blast of PMs to people, like and comment on their stuff at least, because that's expanding that web. One of my best friends recently, she's randomly on Facebook and randomly comments on stuff or posts stuff. Was like, I just posted something. It was like this thing, and she knew I would love it. And she's like, you never saw it. Like, why didn't you comment on it? I'm like, I didn't see it. And she asked me, she's like, how does that work? And I told her, I'm like, the more traction you're building and the more momentum you're building, it's like a train. Like, it just keeps going and more people are seeing you. But if you're not there as often and you're not doing it as much, it's like walking through mud. Like, you're just like, ugh. And it's harder to get going. So if anything, like even when I have, like I'm been stuck under my daughter lately for nap time, she won't let me get up. So I'll like and comment on people's stuff that I want to get into my web more and more. And if it's relevant, I'll send them a private message and be like, oh my gosh, da 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 da. Where'd you get that outfit? Or I love your daughter's sneakers. Where'd you get them? Just to get the conversation going. And then what I found is all of those people that I've engaged with, and I've been chatting with, will like and comment on my stuff, which is what you want, because you want that to pop up again. You want that to pop up in people's news feeds again, so then more people are commenting. So there you go with expanding that web. So if people are liking your posts, and if these posts are about like positivity, if you've shared a positive quote, if you've shared something about your Shakeology, if you've shared your clean eating, or if you've invited them to if you've shared a clean eating post, like a free group, and people are liking it. So you're inviting to a free clean eating group. People are liking it, but they don't PM you and they don't comment. What do? I private message them and I say, I think I have it on this next slide. Hey Jen, how are you? Your family is so beautiful. I love the pics you posted of the kids apple picking. It's so cute. We went a few days ago and Gabby loved it. We now just have apples for days. Ha ha ha. Like, just keep it genuine, be simple. And this is a free group. So this message should be super easy to send. And then I went on to say, I wanted to reach out because I saw that you had liked my free clean eating group post that I shared, and I wanted to see if you wanted to join. It's free. Are you eating clean now? And that just gets the conversation going. And most people are like, yeah, I would love to, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people are just scared to even respond to you because you're like this big expert in their feed already. And you've, been doing more than they've ever done on social media. You seem to know more than they do, which you probably already do. You're the expert here. And they're probably a little intimidated by you. So it's your job to reach out to them, make it an easier kind of relationship bond, and get the conversation going. Whether they say yes or no, I would add them to your list of follow-ups and, definitely ask questions when you are talking to these people, because the more you ask, the more you understand their why, and the more you can help them, and the more you can see how a free clean eating group can help them, or how Shakeology can help them, or how a fitness group and a workout program can help them. So be sure to ask as many questions as you can and be genuinely interested in what they say, and keep this going. Like, don't be so anxious to have them buy a challenge pack or be in your next group. Instead, like, think of yourself as like a clinician or a doctor and like really just gaining as much info as you can and breadcrumbing information so that it can help them. A lot of times before I even like invite someone to a challenge group, I will say, next month, you know what, on the 19th, I'm starting a clean eating group. It's 5 days. It's free. Do you want me to add you to it? That way you can see like what I do. It's free, and I can share all of my tips and tricks, recipes, grocery lists with you to get you started. People are more than likely going to say yes. So keep a running list of all those contacts so that you can build that, and you're building that pipeline and that web. So when you're doing this and you're continuing to build your network and your web, I know a lot of people have a lot of fears when it comes to friending new people or reaching out to people, or what do I say? And you have to let your why be greater than your fear, because let me tell you, this business can offer you so many like insurmountable things that you would want for your life if you just hit post. And that's what I did as a new coach. I didn't want to be posting this either. I was scared. I was worried. I was like, oh my God. But I thought, you know what? If it's going to get me to where I want to be in my life and for my family, all I have to do is post this, then I'm going to do it. So think about your why and let that be greater than the fears you have made up in your own mind. 99% of the times our fears never come true anyway. You're just creating it in your mind. And I guarantee you're going to start to see positive response. You're going to have people asking what you're doing, because everybody wants to feel good, and everybody wants to, go in the dressing room and get a new workout outfit and feel good. Everybody wants to have more energy. Everybody wants to not feel like crap and feel good in their jeans. And that's what you can offer them. It's also just some things I threw in here. You okay? Okay. Stick to your why. Again, like always, I always went back to that. Like, why am I doing this? Even when you've had things out there that you thought were going to be great and they weren't, or whatever it is, when you hit some road bumps, stick to your why. Like, you've got to go over those speed bumps to get to your destination. And if that's all they are, is a speed bump. That's where you learn the most. That's where you grow the most. And that's what you're going to be able to then pass down to your coaches. If I didn't go through certain things, if I didn't learn in my own way, I wouldn't have been able to pass this all down to you guys. And a lot of you are having success much quicker than I did because I'm sharing that with you so you can do the same for your coaches. And just be so fearless in what your mission is and what your why is, that you don't give a damn what anyone thinks of you, which you shouldn't anyway, because it's more about them than it's about you. And just stick to your why. You signed up for this for whatever reason. Maybe you don't see the big picture yet, but I encourage you to think big and dream big, because this can give you big if you really, really, really put the time and effort into it and give it time. This isn't a get rich quick thing. This isn't something that's a scheme. It's something that if you work hard, you're going to get the rewards. It's like what you put in this is what you're going to get out, just like your fitness. Sharing and not selling. So when you are posting, I just wanted to touch on this. Make sure you're sharing what all of this has done for you or for your family or for your energy or for your confidence. Instead of a stock photo of the 21-day fix or Shakeology and saying it's on sale. I only say that because that's not developing a relationship. People's hearts aren't tugged by a stock photo. They're going to continue scrolling. If they see the word sale, they're going to continue scrolling. You need to tug at their heartstrings a little bit, because I guarantee I feel like this. Everyone wants my money. Everyone's looking to sell me something, to charge me this because of this, to upcharge me. And you don't want people to feel like that. So share what all of this is doing versus forcing a sale on someone, which isn't what you want to be doing anyway. And I guarantee that will help develop your network too, because you're adding value. Again, adding value. I know myself too well. Add value again to what you're posting. Like, if you're stuck and you're like, what am I going to post tonight? Go in the Fix 8 cookbook. Go on Pinterest and look for a 21-day fix recipe. Create it your own way. Like, take a picture of a muffin and be like, I have a healthy version of this, and link write out the recipe so that people know you have valuable information that they want to follow. And the more they do, the more your network is going to expand. And I want you guys to think of this. This is so true. And they told me this when I first started as a coach. People will first ask why the heck you're doing this. They'll laugh in your face. My husband laughed in my face. They will roll their eyes. My mother told me not to do it because she sold Mary Kay and she had to buy a bunch of makeup to keep in the house. I remember one of our closets was full of Mary Kay and didn't sell. You have to go out and have parties and all this stuff. People will first ask you, why are you doing this? And then they're going to ask you how. And that's so, 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 so true. Because if you stick with this and you have success, which you already are in the first month, if you hit Success Club, you're going to make a return on your investment. You're going to be helping 3 people and you're getting started right. So don't even worry about what anyone else is thinking. Stick your nose to the grindstone and just do your work. Do what you know you need to do to get done. And people will look at you, and I'm not kidding. It's the best feeling. It's so rewarding for them to say, wow, you're really doing well. That's awesome. And you can know with satisfaction that you did that for yourself and you didn't let anyone else's opinion get in your way. Okay. So our call to action tonight, guys, after the call, I want you to go out and add 3 new friends, or comment on someone new, just one person, and send 3 new messages to new people. So I'm challenging you to do this because if you're going to do it, then everyone on the call is going to do it. And then after you've done that, post in the team page, done, and you'll know that you have a whole network of people doing that. And I'm going to do that tonight too. So adding 3 new friends, just click friend request, sent, or comment on someone new. So just go to someone who you haven't even this could be someone from high school or someone you haven't talked to in a while. Just like their picture or comment on it so that you're expanding that web, and send 3 new messages to new people. So this again could be someone from high school, just reaching out and saying hi, nothing about Beachbody, scroll their page, see what you can pick up on and that you can make a comment about so that you can start expanding that web. Because 99% of the time when I have people come to me and say, I don't know, no one's liking my stuff, or I'm at a standstill, you haven't posted and you're probably not adding new friends and interacting with them and building that relationship to build that web. So really take a look, like a step back and look at yourself, and are you hitting that business activity tracker? Are you doing the things in that power hour that you'll learn through training that you should be doing every day? It's no fail. Like, you're going to do it and you're going to expand that web, and people are going to start coming to you and asking you what you're doing, and that's easy. So then that's like a given. So that is our call to action tonight. I'm going to do this too, and I will comment in the team page when I'm finished.